Hello guys, this is Kaishiro. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, we're going to cover top 5 best decks to counter Tearlaments or the best decks to play against Tearlaments. So I'm not a avid Master Duel player. I play it occasionally and I'm not known for Master Duel content, but I at least want to share my experience and knowledge about playing against and combating Tearlaments for about 6 to 9 months in the OCG format. So they are the best deck for almost a year in the OCG and they are still relevant right now despite the heavy hits against them. So that is the what do you call this? The proof why Tearlaments is a ever powerful deck and one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful deck of all time. The Tearlaments paired with Ishizu cards. So without further ado, let's get started. Coming at number 5, we have Metabit. So Metabit is a deck that has an goal or aim to stun the Tearlaments by using their Floodgate lineup of Necro Valley and other cards like Macrocosmos, and they can also play Dimensional Shifter and all. So their aim is to stun Tearlaments on their turn by setting up floodgates and cards like Inspector Border, and some play also the barrier state of fire and water or earth, but I prefer the fire because Tearlaments has no fire monsters, so I like to play fire on this list. I'm also going to share deck list of the decks here later on, and also Metabit is a deck that can literally win the game if they draw the out on Tearlaments because Necro Valley is insane against Tearlaments, especially Macrocosmos as well. And also they have trap cards or trap lineup that can be very beneficial on combating Tearlaments like Metaverse and other cards like Dimensional Barrier, and they also have cards like Storming Mirror Force to shuffle back the attacking monsters when they're trying to out your Barrier Statue monster and Inspector Border. So yeah, this is only number 5 because I do feel like this is a deck that is only good when they are going first. So they have problems when going second. That's why they are low on this list. Only number 5. But to be fair with them, they are consistent with playing Duality, Path of Desires, and Cards of Demise, and other draw power cards. So they can compensate for their lack of going second potential on trading them with consistency cards when they are being on a first turn deck. And the problem with that Metabit is they are prone to back row removals such as Harvest Feather Duster and spot removals like Twin Twister. They can literally lose from this kind of cards. So yeah, number 5 is Metabit. Coming at number 4, we have Fluandris. The sole reason why Fluandris is here is because they are one of the better decks that can play Dimensional Shifter. Because Dimensional Shifter is very strong against Tearlaments. It lacks the graveyard interactions with Tearlaments. So Fluandris is one of those decks that can utilize Shifter because they don't care the graveyard pretty much at all. They don't need the graveyard. Only Stretch has graveyard interactions with their cards, so Fluandris can literally play Shifter and they would like to draw Shifter if they are going against Tearlaments, of course. Fluandris also have many consistency cards despite their hits on Magnificent Map and all. They can play Extravagance and Duality and Prosperity. So they have good consistency to back up their style of play. And also Harpy's Feathered Storm is very strong when they have drawn this card on the first turn. It is literally game over when you are struck with this kind of card to skip their turn. So yeah, Fandris is a very good deck to uh, combat Tearlaments on this upcoming format. But the problem is they are really weak against Droll and Lockbird. But who will play Droll in a tier format? So you can rest easy and be complacent that you are not getting Droll in this format. So yeah, at number 4 we have Fluandris. And then at number 3 we have Tenyi Sword Soul. Tenyi Sword Soul is a deck that is here because of Protoss. Protoss is a card that can lock summoning cards in an particular attribute. Especially Protoss can call Dark, and Tearlaments are majority of them are being Dark monsters, so they are heavily affected by Protoss. And Sword Soul is pretty much consistent because they have unlimited cards like the Searcher, the Sword Soul Emergence, that is unlimited on the ban list section on the Master Duel. And this is a pretty decent deck going first or going second. They have 10 cards to supplement their going second capability, and Chisao and Barone is a pretty decent board when they went first. And also they can play Shifter as well because it will hurt the Tearlaments aside from Protoss. And they can also play in a control manner by maining cards like Dimensional Barrier to stop them from fusion summoning on the turn, or or in their turn, because Tearlaments can have knees to interrupt you and mill their cards on the deck. So yeah, Dimensional Barrier is a pretty good card against Tearlaments because they are streamlined to fusion summoning. So yeah, that's my number 3 on this list, Sword Soul Tenyi. At number 2 we have Eldritch. I regard Eldritch as a best floodgate deck to battle out Tearlaments because they can play Mind Drain, Soul Drain, Skill Drain, all of the drain cards that can hurt Tearlaments, and also back row cards like there can be only one, Goes in Match, Rivalry, that can choke Tearlaments on certain occasions. So with the recent hits on Floodgate, I still think that Eldritch can cater their Floodgate lineup to counter Tearlaments. They can also play interactive trap cards like Dimensional Barrier. They can play cards like Solemn Strike to empower their trap lineup aside from sitting on Floodgates. And I do think that Eldritch has a good matchup on Tearlaments when they went first because the Floodgates can stun Tearlaments, and also they are not that much affected by pivotal cards of Tearlaments like Tearlaments Sulik and Tearlaments Perlerino. So that's why I regard them higher than Sword Soul, because Sword Soul will lose to Sulik and Tearlaments Perlerino if they are struck with these cards. So yeah, Eldritch is a good deck for me to battle Tearlaments, and they can also play good going second cards against Tearlaments like Evenly Match, Ras Spear Mode, and Lava Golem. Spear Mode and Evenly Match are particularly good against Tearlaments because right now they don't. I think Tearlaments will not play the Grapha Fusion and the King of the Swamp lineup on their package on the main deck. So they will play the standard Tearlaments with Ishizu and sometimes Shadal, I think. So Evenly Match is a very good card against them because they don't have Omni Negate, and you need to banish the Tearlaments. You need to banish the Tearlaments cards because if you destroy this type of cards, they will gain advantage when they are being sent to the graveyard. So yeah, Evenly is very good against Tearlaments. And also Ras Spear Mode because Eldritch doesn't consume their normal summon. So you can just Spear Mode or Lava Golem the Tearlaments board setup. That's why Eldritch is a very good deck for me against Tear. But the problem is still the same. They are really weak against blowout cards like Dimensional Red Reboot and Lightning Storm. So Eldritch can lose against this type of cards. So yeah, Eldritch is my second best deck on this format for against Tearlaments. Coming at number 1, we have Exosister. I think Exosister is the deck that is a deck that can really beat Tearlaments fair and square without relying on floodgates and such, because they have built-in anti-graveyard interactions with their monster mechanics. So yeah, I do think that Exosister is the best deck that you can play against Tearlaments, and they can also incorporate the Mudora and Keldo, the Ishizu cards, because Tearlaments will try to fusion summon on their turn if they have milled the Kelbek and Agedo. So you will mill also. You can mill the Mudora and Keldo on the deck, and they are also level 4. That can be very beneficial to into their XYZ summoning because they are streamlined to level 4 into rank 4, and the Sharon, Merly, and Havnis can be really disrupted by Ishizu cards on playing it with the Exosister, and also Exosister can play Diffusure and Dimensional Barrier and Dimensional Shifter. They can play all those type of cards on their deck to topple Tearlaments, and also they are pretty much consistent because they don't rely on normal summoning, so they can play around anything on their hand because Marta is a very good card to supplement their turn, and also they also have good going second cards that can break their laments like Evil Limash and Rasphere mode. So yeah, I think that if you are looking for a deck that is not Tearlaments that can beat Tearlaments, it is going to be Exosister. So yeah, short recap. Coming at number 5, we have Metabit. At number 4, we have Luandris. At number 3, we have 10 Years Sword Soul. At number 2, we have Eldritch. At number 1, we have Exosister. So I'm going to provide my deck lists on these decks on the end of the video. So thank you for watching, and hit the subscription button if you are not yet subscribed, and hit the like button if you like this video, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Thank you for watching. Peace.
Fighting ways to get away, to see you again, see you again.